Hey, what's up, y'all? So this is going to be talking about skip tracing and then a little bit of the difference in what we need to do on it versus other things. So um, whenever we're going to skip trace a list like a tax sale list or a foreclosure list or anything like that that has a time limit on it. So I mean, like legitimately, if we're getting a foreclosure list, that means we got 4 weeks to be able to work it and see if we can generate leads out of it. That's time sensitive. Same thing with a tax sale. We only get about 4 weeks to be able to hit it and hit it hard. So every day that goes by that we're not engaged with getting to the sellers quickly is potential loss of deals. So I just learned this is the first time that we've done the skip trace, so we've got some holes in the way that it works. First things first, the way that the skip trace works was interesting. We've got to make a training about how to input the data correctly and then upload it. So we'll do that whenever we're sitting in front of a computer. The next thing that will go is the system that happens afterwards. So what happened was I believe the data got inputted on Tuesday, and immediately we got an invoice from our skip trace company saying, "Hey, you got to pay for it." That invoice got sent to billing, and then here we are on Friday, and the invoice has still not been paid, and we still don't have the results of the skip trace. So the get an invoice, send it over to billing is normal procedure for a regular non-time sensitive type bill. This was time sensitive. We needed to be able to get things done ASAP. So in the future, if we get a skip trace that is on something like a foreclosure list or a tax sale list, what we need to do is we need to either email me directly so that the bill can be taken care of, or we need to get Debbie involved with it with some sort of tag, some sort of something letting her know that this is time sensitive so that we can get this taken care of. I think the best course of action will either be to email me or Ashley so that it's taken care of immediately. And probably what will happen is Ashley will be taking care of the skip tracings because truly that was a marketing department anyway. So that'll be what happens with it. Next thing is, so we got the invoice from REI Squad and we had to pay it. And so that was easy. You just input the card, hit pay, and it does. And then it generates a PDF telling us, hey, we've got the invoice paid. We want to download that invoice. And so what I did was I set up a folder inside of Marketing Machine called Skip Trace. We will put the invoices for that. And I named the invoice after what marketing campaign it was. So this particular invoice was oh crud, I closed it. Give me a second, let me get to it. Marketing, skip trace. I named it 2019 Gordon County Tax Scale Skip Trace Invoice. So that way we know where it came from and what it was for. The next thing that happens is after you pay it, it doesn't immediately go back to the skip trace company. So what I had to do was I had to send an email to the skip trace company saying, hey, and there's a note in the invoice when you get through. It says, thank you for using our service. Kindly let us know when payment is done at support@reisquad.com. So I sent an email to reisquad.com saying, hey, we paid it. I highlighted the invoice number, telling them this was the invoice, and I attached the receipt that we had to it and said, let me know if anything else is needed. I just did that, and I haven't got a response yet. So we'll see what happens with that. But I wanted to go ahead and get this out of just my head and remembering it and get it into a video form so that we can then do a training off of this so that this will be better in the future. But we got to make sure that anything that's time sensitive like this gets done quickly because doing our normal procedure cost us, let's see, if we did it on Tuesday, today's Friday, that's legitimately 4 days worth of not being able to contact the people. And since I don't even know when it's going to come in yet to have our numbers to be able to contact the people, we don't know how much time we lost. So learning experience, does it stink? Yeah. But we need to make sure we do better on it next time. But I'll send this over and we'll look at it together. just as an add-on, I got the skip trace back 10 minutes after I sent them the email saying, hey, we paid for it. So time is of the essence with these. They can move fast. We need to make sure we move fast too. See y'all.